Hello everybody, welcome back once again to the Final Fantasy Tactics walkthrough. We are just in, hanging out in the bars, checking out the rumors. Alright, so what do we have here? Any officials, impressed the Queen, banished to Bunahan, never to return, said that she was poisoned, but no... Alright, so the Queen apparently ousted, what did it say there, the Empress? It sounds strange, but anyways, obviously some power struggling going on. Queen sided with Larg, including many nobles. Okay. If you want to, obviously, I'm pretty much whizzing through these rumors pretty quick, but there's some pretty good information here as far as storyline. So if that's something that you're interested in, just pause the video and read through the rumors here. Alright, so the last one here, Goltana denying his involvement in the kidnapping of Ovilia. So, and they allude to the fact that Delita was involved. But alright, excuse me, woofda. Alright, so let's save here, being that I got lucky and didn't run into a battle here at Barias Hill. Eventually, I'm going to save. There we go. Okay, what do we have here? Lionel Castle. If I remember correctly here, gosh, I want to say Lionel Castle has like a two-part battle. We'll check here just in case, but I would say and again, now I'll point that out once it actually happens. But there's a couple of areas in the game where you'll have like two battles back to back, and generally what I like to do then is once I do the first battle. The game always asks you if you want to save. And so what I'll do there is, you know what, and I'm getting ahead of myself. We don't have a two-part battle here yet. St. Kono Knights, okay. But anyways, like I said, so once those battles actually do come up, I'll point that out. And I always like to save in a different spot. I mean, I don't think I've ever like got stuck where I wasn't able to beat a battle, but there are some pretty tough ones in the game, so it's not a bad idea. But anyways, all right, so we're at the gate here at Lionel Castle, and Agrius has got us in. And all right, so this is Count Draclau, I think that's how you say his name. And it sounds like he believes our story. And you must be strong to make the princess feel at ease. Make yourselves comfortable in this old castle until word comes from the Holy Land. Sanajora is with us. There's no need to worry. Young mechanic, I heard your complaint too. Sent men to Gog. Would you explain why they're after you two? Alright, so here Mustadio again trying to not kind of spill the beans as to why Bart Company's after him. But here Draclau obviously presents us with a stone. Well, no, let me take that back. He doesn't give it to us. It makes it sound like he's giving it to us, but he's not. Alright, so here is where I think this might be the first time they bring up the Zodiac Braves. They each had crystals with Zodiac signs on them called Zodiac Braves. Ever since then, whenever humans are attacked, the Braves come to save us. Quite learned princess, just as I expected. Mr. Simon taught me at the Orban Monastery. He also said that Saint Ajorda and the Braves saved Ivalis from chaos. We call the crystals holy stones. This very stone is a legendary secret stone, the Zodiac Stone. Okay. So this is a Zodiac Stone. This is what one looks like. They say its divine power surpasses Lucavi's. I feel a strange power, but it looks just like an ordinary crystal to me. So the same stone under Gog. Many broken machine parts are buried there, but if the stone gets near the machines, they start to howl. So there's a clue for later. Bart Company is after the stone, right? I don't know what power it has, but Redvitch wants to use its power to make weapons. My father told me never to give the stones to him, so they abducted him. All right. So there we have the reason why the Bart Company is after Mustadio and his father. Obviously, the Bart Company wants to obtain these holy stones. All right, so Ramza here is basically saying, okay, Agrius and the princess, you're good to go here, so we're going to go help Mustadio. Okay. So let's check on any rumor. Oh, yeah, we've got all kinds of new rumors now. All right, so you've got the Zodiac Brave story. I'm not going to read through all of this. But here it does. Basically, this is the legend of the Zodiac Braves. I believe this is like common, I would say fairly common knowledge. Or at least this version. So it's important to know. All right, so 12 warriors were crested with the 12 stones. No one has seen them since. So yeah, so the story there is that every once in a while these braves use the power of these stones to help humans, and then they disappear afterwards. So that's kind of how it's going down. All right, so and here's a little bit about Bart Company and how their criminal outfit involved in some pretty bad business. So if it wasn't already obvious that Bart Company isn't a really great company, then that rumor there probably solidifies that. Alright, so I'm just kind of cruising through here, checking out what's in the shops. I tried to make sure I had one of every item. You know, whether that be weapon, armor, helmet, whatever. But it gets expensive extremely quickly. So if you're strapped for cash, you know, maybe don't just buy everything. Stick to, you know, whatever your main team is probably going to use, and go from there. Now here I'm just gonna upgrade my dancers because they haven't had upgrades for quite some time. They were really hurting as far as gears goes, which, I mean, to be honest, was actually okay. They don't see a whole lot of combat, or they don't take a whole lot of hits. They're usually safe in the back, just dancing away. So that was actually kind of okay there. But all right, so where are we going to? The Zigolis Swamp, I think, is the name of this battleground. So that will probably be, or this should be the last bit of this video. I always like to try to include, you know, a bunch of story in at least one of the battles. Obviously, that won't always be the case. I'll have some, I don't know, I need to make some videos here of some of the fun, cool stuff that I've learned in the game. So those ones might not contain battle footage, but it'll be, you know, probably helpful tips and tricks as far as either leveling or abilities or, you know, crazy cool stuff. So So stay tuned for that. But, alright, so what do we have here? The Zigolis Swamp, the only thing you really need to know specifically that's that interesting is that if you end, I believe if you end your turn in the water, you'll become poisoned. So don't do that. And then on top of that, obviously we have a ton of undead in this battle, as well as one of these Ochus. Now, the Ochus and their line, I'm going to call it, or species, have some interesting poaches. So if you're into poaching, you may want to capture one, or I guess just poach him straight up. Now, I don't know if I've mentioned this much in the other videos. If you've noticed, I've got a couple of chocobos, red ones, in my party, and basically what I did was I invited one of the chocobos from Mandalia Plains really early on in the game, using the mediator skill invite, and basically then over time your chocobo, and for whatever reason it only takes one, but your chocobo will lay an egg, and that egg will either be a yellow chocobo, a black, or a red, and I don't know what the percentage is. Or if you need, actually I'm not sure if you can go right from yellow to red, I don't know, or if it needs to be a black, and then, you know, there's the potential to get the red. I actually don't know. I'm not sure that I've ever actually tried it straight up, but the important thing to know is that you know, you can kind of upgrade your monsters, and the better, or the higher tier monster, generally, the better your poach rewards will be. So there's basically two things that you can do. You can either just run around looking for specific monsters and then just poach them, or you know, you can invite one of them, have them reproduce, and then poach your own monsters. So you know, that's generally what I do. I don't really like to try to just find them in random encounters. It can be kind of a pain in the butt. So, and it would, you know, then sometimes results in a lot of resetting your game and stuff. So I don't find that it's that all of that worthwhile to do it that way. But if that's something that you like to do, then go right ahead. Otherwise, back to this battle. Anyway, we've got a ton of undead, unfortunately. We should actually talk about what's going on, right? Now the undead, and I don't know if I've brought this up before, but the undead, after their timer runs out, there's a chance that they will actually come back to life. So that can be kind of an issue, and kind of one of the ways around that is with Mustadio's Seal Evil ability. That ability will turn those undead to stone, and they won't actually, obviously, being that they're petrified, there's no way that they can, you know, return to life, other than, I guess, if something, or one of their allies was to remove that petrification somehow. So anyways, you know, as far as this battle goes, obviously I did a lot of the work with my dancers here. It's kind of this fight's kind of interesting though, because you actually get to take Ramza as well as 4 others, even though you have Mustadio here as a guest. So kind of interesting. Normally, you know, if there's a guest character present, they limit the number of characters that you get to bring with, but not in this case. But alright, so everything is pretty much dead here. I'm not really in danger of having any of these undead come back to life. If that makes that sounds so funny. But you know, basically you either need to kill things close together so that you know, you're not getting bogged down with undead, but that can happen. They can be kind of a pain in the butt. The other way that you can kind of get around that is actually if you've got one of your characters with the poach ability, and if you kill an enemy and you've got that poach skill equipped, as long as it's a monster, they'll automatically disappear, and that's it. They'll be removed from the battlefield. So that's another kind of cool way to get around the undead issue. But anyways, all right, that is it for this video. I hope the walkthrough was helpful, and as always, hope you join me for more videos. Thanks for watching.